The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com. Passion and drive to do what you love.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hardworking diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
New Image Audio is offering ceramic tint. If you're sending your child off to school or your wife on a road trip, ceramic tint offers heat rejection up to 90%, privacy in a college town or in the city, helps keep the wear down on the AC system, making your car easier to cool down. Never worry about your kid locking their keys in their car. With Drone Mobile, you can unlock their car from anywhere. Vehicle breakdown in an unknown area, GPS locating helps roadside service find your loved one quickly with the ability to send the vehicle location directly to the rescue squad. New Image Audio, located at 340 South Broadway. Phone calls welcome.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there, Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at Southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene, taking care of you so you can take care of others.
At Vernon Jewelers, we believe jewelry is more than just an accessory. It's an expression of who you are. It's also a piece of your life that can be passed down through the generations. That's why our expert team is here to listen, understand, and help you find that piece that speaks to your story. We're not just your local jeweler. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in celebrating life's precious moments. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. In our 141st year, we are not old. We're just really good at what we do.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie, where we can get you a flush in a rush. How can we help you flush today?
Oh, it smells like something died out by my septic tank. It's bad.
Oh no, I know that smell you're talking about. Cole!
I smelt it from here.
Flush! The freakishly fast frog!
I'll follow the funk. It's not a dead animal, sir. It's your septic tank venting gases. Oof. She's full, real full.
That's the smell.
I've got to get back and tell Callie. Callie, he needs a pump out, quick.
Already got a pump truck rolling.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
We guarantee to inspect your septic issues within 24 hours.
Or you get a free septic tank pump out worth $399.
Lily Pad Septic.com.
We'll be there in a splash.
Callie, quick, kiss me. That stink stuck to my skin.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, good. I can smell other things again.
Hello, everyone, and welcome in as our regional coverage concludes here today. The southeast of Saline Lady Trojans looking to punch their first ticket to state in 2 years, and they have already advanced here to the semifinal round. Southeast comes in 22-1. They are the 1 seed in this regional. Today they battle the 8-seeded Heston Lady Swathers, who enter at 16-10. Let's go ahead and meet the starting lineup for Heston. Leading it off, it's shortstop Wendy Roth, then pitcher Elise Griffin, first baseman Braylon Richmond, then catcher Carmen Carson in the cleanup spot today. Batting fifth, it's the center fielder Emma Gudeman, then third baseman Briley Yoder, left fielder Madeline Hebert, DP Sophia Rojas, and second baseman Jenna Nelson in the 9-hole today. 1-1 pitch is on the way. That'll find its way across for a strike. AJ Reif is today's flex. She will play out in right field. And all of those bats will have to contend with Carly Zerflew, the ace for southeast of Saline. This is her 15th appearance of the year. All of them starts as she misses inside. And this has been a consistent issue. As Zerflew hits Wendy Roth, that's going to put the leadoff runner aboard. There is a new temporary, it's not really a mound, it's the area that is a different color out there in the circle. And I don't know if it's Zerflew's cleats. I don't know what it is, but she has been slipping on that. Matter of fact, she slipped on it during the warm-ups and had to walk herself off a little bit. And that has been causing her problems. Usually one of the best pitchers in the state of Kansas. I mean, we're talking about Carly Zerflew, a 14-0 record, a 0.26 ERA, a 0.6 whip, 113 strikeouts to only 19 walks. That's just the 5th batter that she has hit this season. And opponents typically hit just 125 off of Zerflew. But like I said, we'll see how she battles that out there. And I don't know if it's her cleats just not meshing with it, but it has caused some slippage. And you can see that in her delivery as she'll miss another pitch here, and the count goes to 3-0. We have already seen one game here today. Wichita Trinity knocked off Conway Springs 7-4. It's a 4-pitch walk, and the day is going to start with back-to-back free passes issued here to the Heston Lady Swathers. This is weird. I mean, I've not seen anything like this. And the other thing that makes this a little more interesting, that is not a part of this field. We've not seen it out there all season long. I don't know if it's because of the rain that we've had, the moisture and whatnot, but it's going to put 2 runners aboard at another pitch that misses inside the zone. And you know as well as anybody, pitching is every bit as mental as it is physical. Currently Zerflew going to have to buckle down as she faces Ryland Richmond, and it's a quick pop out to first for the first out of the inning. Let's go ahead and take you around the horn defensively for southeast of Saline. Riley Donnelly gets the start behind the dish. It's Hannah Teal over at first, Veda Durfee at second, Reese Heinrich at short, and Ashley Welchel tending to the hot corner at third today. First pitch to Carmen Carson, misses up and out. Out in left field, Madeline McFadden, Kaya Samuelson in center, Jenna Soul out in right. Just 19 walks this year. Zerflew picked up her 20th. And this one is poked into right field by Carmen Carson. They wave the runner, throw to the plate. Donnelly got the tag on, and she is out. Run on Jenna Soul at your own risk. And Southeast keeps a run off the board here in the first. Excellent defensive play. A good tag applied as well. And that will bring the second out to its conclusion. Now, we're going to have a courtesy runner coming in here as Zoe Dryden will run for Carmen Carson. This has already had a weird feel to it this game, but I'll tell you what, it's got to be a confidence booster for Zerflew to see her defense pick her up like that. She just needs to record one more out, and she falls down again. And this is getting a little ridiculous. I don't know if there's an option to take it out. This may be a CASHA regulation thing. I don't know. But in all my days of covering high school softball, I've never seen anything quite like it. Emma Gudeman is at the plate. Another pitch misses outside the zone. And I realize if you're tuning in and you're a Heston fan, I mean, you haven't seen Carly Zerflew pitch a ton this year. You might have seen her in the 2 games they played earlier But, yeah, this is a weird deal. Zerflu battling the pitcher's stripe as much as she's battling the hitters, and it's another one up and away, and the count goes to 3-0. I'll be curious to see if this also gives Elise Griffin trouble. Starting pitcher in this game for the Heston Lady Swathers. That one is in there for strike one, and that's a good start as the count goes to 3-1. Elise Griffin still aboard at second. Carmen Carson aboard at first. Emma Gudeman at the plate for the first time today. 3-1 in there for a strike. And Zerflu has battled her way back. She's one good pitch away from wrapping this up. Zerflu at the ready. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone here in the top of the first. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that will end a very puzzling top of the first. But Heston does not score. And Jenna Soul with a lot to do with that out in right field. Annabelle Soul, sorry. We'll step away. We've got the home half of inning number 1 coming your way when we return. Coverage of today's games are presented by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Welcome back in to what has already been a bit of an odd game. And watching the warm-up pitches, it does appear that Elise Griffin is okay. Maybe it's a difference in release. Maybe it's a difference in philosophy. But, yeah, I mean, the stripe that has been placed in the circle, which I'll remind you is not a feature of this ballpark, it has only been added here for the playoffs. So whatever it is, it's something that both pitchers are going to have to contend with. But after getting out of the inning unscathed, Southeast of Saline is up to bat for the first time today, and the first pitch will miss up and in here to Reese Heinrich. Heinrich, the shortstop, leads it off for Southeast of Saline. She'll be followed in the order by center fielder Kaya Samuelson, then right fielder Annabelle Soul. Starting catcher Riley Donnelly in the cleanup spot today. Batting fifth, it's third baseman Ashley Welchel, then second baseman Veda Durfee, first baseman Hannah Teal, DP Peyton Merrill, and left fielder Madeline McFadden brings up the rear of the lineup for Southeast of Saline. Off-speed pitch, it's off the elbow of Reese Heinrich, and both teams will open the game with the leadoff runner getting hit. Strange day. Southeast is under the instruction of head coach Tyler Smith, assisted by Kenny Waldman and Stephanie Metlin. On the other side, Ryan Roth had a quick word with the umpire. Brandy Coker is his assistant, and now the two umpires are huddling up, and I think they're asking whether they think Reese Heinrich leaned into the pitch or not. At least from here, it really didn't look like Heinrich leaned in at all. That is obviously a big runner to allow to reach base because, well, we know how fast Reese Heinrich is. Heinrich has 46 stolen bases this season herself. Heston as a team, 60 stolen bases this year. Heinrich is off on the first pitch. The throw down to second, yeah, you're not going to get her there. And Reese Heinrich adds another stolen base on the year. Kaya Samuelson at the plate. Let's meet the starting pitcher for Heston. It's Elise Griffin, a senior, making her 22nd appearance. It's her 19th start of the year. She has tossed 102 pitches or innings this season. An 11-6 record and 2 saves. And Heinrich is going to take another base, this time uncontested. Reese Heinrich, I'll tell you what, you put her on, it's basically a double, sometimes a triple. It's a triple today. Griffin in the circle this year, a 1.98 ERA, a 1.4 whip, 111 strikeouts to just 30 walks, and that was also her 5th hit batter of the year. 0-2 misses up and out. Kaya Samuelson able to lay off, easy enough for her. Annabelle Soul is in the on-deck circle for southeast of Saline. SES looking to strike first here in this semifinal game. Wichita Trinity awaits the winner. Here comes the 1-2, and it's yanked foul down the third base line by Samuelson. Southeast of Saline did what they needed to do in the quarterfinal round. They took down Harrington 16-0. Heston got here with an 11-1 victory over Council Grove. Samuelson trying to battle back here. The 1-2. That ball laced into left field. It's down for a base hit. Reese Heinrich will come in to score. Samuelson's thinking 2. She is in, and this ball's going to roll. Samuelson's going to go. She is headed to third, and that's where she will stay. Kaya Samuelson with an RBI double. And southeast of Saline strikes first in this semifinal showdown. Great piece of hitting there to bring Heinrich in. Annabelle Soul now with a chance to drive in another as Kaya Samuelson stands just 60 feet away, still nobody out. First pitch from Griffin on the ground. It's back-to-back base hits. And Annabelle Soul will drive in Kaya Samuelson as Southeast makes it a 2-0 lead. This is a great litmus test for both of these teams to see how far they've come, because remember, they opened the season with one another. Southeast won the first game 1-0. They won the second game 8-5. Riley Donnelly at the plate, squares to bunt, gets it down. It is foul. This is classic Southeast softball, by the way. Heinrich gets aboard, steals second, steals third. Samuelson brings her in, moves up with some aggressive base running, and then Soul drives her in. I want to apologize to Annabelle Soul, too. I feel like I've missed 2 names for Southeast, and it's been Annabelle's first name and Annabelle's last name, and I do feel bad about that. As the 0-1 is on its way, this one is popped up. It'll stay on the infield, and the first out is recorded as Roth is able to pick that up for the first out of the inning. Let's take you around the horn defensively for this Heston Lady Swather team. It'll be Carson behind the dish, Richmond over at first, Nelson at second, Roth at short, Yoder at third. In the outfield, it's Hebert in left, Gudeman in center, and Reif in right. That one struck well on the ground. They'll go the short way, and yeah, not going to force anything there. Ashley Welchel grounds into a fielder's choice. That is 2 gone as Annabelle Soul is taken out over there at second. Veda Durfee digs in. 2 outs in the inning. Southeast already leading 2-0, but you know the Lady Trojans would love a few more runs. And boy, it doesn't really seem to matter what sport we're talking about. Football, boys and girls basketball, baseball, softball. Southeast and Heston find each other every postseason, it seems. Here the count is 1-0. Veda Durfee stands in. Pitch on the way. That one misses. And I have noticed as that ball rolls into right field, Welchel is going to take another bag. She's up into scoring position. So a tough break there. It allows Southeast to move another runner up. But I have noticed it's a very different delivery that Elise Griffin has compared to Carly Zerflew, and I don't see her slipping out there. I wonder if the release point has anything to do with it. Here comes the 2-0. That's a called strike in the count to 2-1 here on Veda Durfee. Veda Durfee this season, a freshman batting .426, slugging .556. She gets under this one, but it will find its way foul back behind the backstop. A reminder, we will have coverage of both games if Southeast of Saline advances. So if SES does take care of Heston here, we'll have coverage of Southeast of Saline taking on Trinity for a ticket to the 3A state tournament. Veda Durfee bigs back in. 2-2 the count, 2 gone in the inning. Pitch on the way, that one in the dirt, and the count is full. Hannah Teal, who pitched a gem just 2 days ago in the quarterfinal, is in the on-deck circle. She will be the next to bat here for the Lady Trojans. 3-2 on the way. That one roped into center field. Chasing it back is Gudeman. She will make the catch. Boy, that ball struck well, but in the wrong place on the field. Southeast, though, gets 2 runs across. They take a 2-0 lead as we go to inning number 2. Southeast up 2-zip. Here on their Game of the Week, it's brought to you today by Dr. Andrew Westbrook, sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hard-working diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Welcome back in as we pick up the action here in the top of inning number 2. It'll be Briley Yoder, Madeline Hebert, and Sophia Rojas to lead off the second for the Heston Lady Swathers. Carly Zerflew back out for another inning of work, and we'll see if that stripe continues to give her trouble. This ball laced up the middle, nothing to do with the pitching there. That's just Briley Yoder doing what Briley Yoder does. And she reaches on a base knock here to start off the inning. So for the second time, Heston does have the leadoff runner aboard. Wendy Roth reached on a hit by pitch. Here it's Briley Yoder with a single. This Heston team bats .300 across the board as a team. Trying to square to bunt here is Madeline Hebert. Can't quite get that one down. They slug .432, 204 hits for this team. That's just too shy of Southeast this year as a team. 43 doubles, 13 triples, and 7 home runs. So very good power numbers across the board for this Heston squad. Here trying to play a bit of small ball, and now it's Donnelly who slips on the wet turf. And field conditions certainly playing a role here today. Remember, this is brand new turf. It was just installed 2 years ago. That's going to allow Briley Yoder to move up into scoring position. Heston with a chance to even things if they can keep it rolling. That's a strike, though, delivered in to Hebert, and the count goes to 1-2. Hebert, the left fielder, on the season. Another ball that slips from Zerflew. It is strike 3, but Hebert reaches on the drop third strike. And I'm telling you, it's just been a weird, weird day for field conditions. Runners at the corners now. Hebert reaches on the second strikeout of the day. And now it falls to Sophia Rojas, who's got a chance to bring in a run. Hebert is up to first, Yoder to third. Tying run aboard here, nobody out. And Heston threatening. So I did just get word, it is a pitching stride mat that is out there. 0-2 the count. Pitch coming in, big swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's a big help for Southeast of Saline as Rojas is retired. Jenna Nelson, the 9-hole hitter, digs in next. She will square to bunt, pull it back, and take the first pitch for a called strike. In the chaos, Hebert will slide up. She will take a stolen base. Jenna Nelson, then it'll be Wendy Roth, the leadoff hitter. Likely to get an at-bat with only one down here. That's in there for strike 2, and you feel like Zerflu might be starting to find it. She did slip on the drop third strike earlier, but aside from that, finding her footing a bit. Here comes the 0-2. It's chopped down the line. Southeast will bring it home, and the tag is applied. Great work. Ashley Welchel does what she needs to do, and Southeast keeps another run off the board on an excellent defensive play. Riley Donnelly's made 2 tags at the plate. Now it falls to Wendy Roth to try to bring in this run. It could get Heston on the board. First pitch to Roth. She squares to bunt, pulls it back. The runner takes second, and Southeast will oblige. No sense in doing anything silly here. Wendy Roth in her junior year batting .373, slugging .463, 25 hits, 18 RBI. A chance to juice the RBI numbers a bit here as she takes a strike, and the count goes even at 1-1. Zerflu back in the circle, brings it home. Off speed, nasty tailing action on that pitch. My goodness, it starts in the right-handed batter's box and it sweeps across the plate. Count is 1-2. Zerflu trying to get out of trouble for a second consecutive inning. It's popped up. We'll do it again. It's been a weird week across the board for high school baseball and softball. It was 80 degrees, sunny, and genuinely hot on Monday. Then the rain came. It got very cold very fast, and we've got people bundled up with blankets here just 3 days later. 1-2 the count. Roth digs back in, chops it to third, picked up by Welchel, throw to first in time, and Southeast of Saline strands 2 more runners in scoring position. The Lady Trojans lead it 2-0. We'll step away. When we come back, we got more high school regional softball for you. A reminder, coverage today is brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook, a proud supporter of Southeast Athletics. Dr. Westbrook proudly serves the individuals and families of North Central Kansas. Maurity Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
New Image Audio is offering ceramic tint. If you're sending your child off to school or your wife on a road trip, ceramic tint offers heat rejection up to 90%, privacy in a college town or in the city, helps keep the wear down on the AC system, making your car easier to cool down. Never worry about your kid locking their keys in their car. With Drone Mobile, you can unlock their car from anywhere. Vehicle breakdown in an unknown area, GPS locating helps roadside service find your loved one quickly with the ability to send the vehicle location directly to the rescue squad. New Image Audio, located at 340 South Broadway. Phone calls welcome.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Southeast of Saline High School. Tyler Henry alongside you. Brian Dennett helping us with production, engineering, camera duties, and really whatever else we ask him to do. As we go to the home half of inning number 2, it'll be Hannah Teal, Peyton Merrill, and Madeline McFadden to lead off the inning. And let's go ahead and get into our New Image Audio keys to the game. For Heston, it's going to be keeping runs off the board. And I know that's tricky, but for the Lady Swathers this season, they have been excellent offensively, and they've been solid in the circle too. Elise Griffin's had a lot to do with that. However, this is one of the best offenses they've faced. They face them again. They already got swept by Southeast earlier this year. If they can keep it to a low-scoring game, you feel like they're going to give themselves a chance. Hannah Teal back in the box as the 0-1 pitch is roped into left field. That gets down, and Hannah Teal is going to start the inning with a leadoff single. Southeast of Saline picks up right where they left off. Your New Image Audio key to the game for Southeast of Saline is going to be the biggest battle to watch, and that is Carly Zerflu against that darn pitching stride mat that's in the circle. I mean, genuinely, if she can figure that thing out, you feel pretty good about Southeast and their chances today. Peyton Merrill squares to bunt. She will take strike 1. This throw momentarily gets by, but not enough for Hannah Teal to move up in any meaningful way, and that's all right. Peyton Merrill this year in her junior campaign, batting .235, 8 hits on the year, 3 RBI, and 4 runs scored. Merrill squares to bunt once again. This time she does succeed in getting it down. Yoder's throw to first is in time, but she does what she wanted to do, and that's move Hannah Teal into scoring position to bring up Madeline McFadden. The dugout loves it. They are juiced up. Remember, 2 wins today means you get to state. Southeast of Saline looking to get to state for the first time in the Tyler Smith era. This is his second year leading Southeast of Saline. And a little bit of light slippage there. Nothing crazy, but Griffin fighting that thing too. McFadden back in the box, the 9-hole hitter for Southeast of Saline with Reese Heinrich in the on-deck circle. Here comes the 1-0. That's in there for a called strike, and the count goes even at 1-1. Madeline McFadden, a sophomore. She has found her footing down the stretch. .419 average, 13 hits, all of them singles this season. The 1-1. That one hit softly to third. Yoder will throw to first, and it will bring the runner another 60 feet up as Hannah Teal slides up to third, and here comes Reese Heinrich. It was a bit of a slow start this year for Reese Heinrich. She has remedied that. Coming into the playoffs, she bats .500. She slugs .742. First pitch to the lefty. It's a called strike, up and in. Clips the corner. Count goes to 0-1. Heinrich was hit by a pitch, then stole second, then stole third, and came in to score when Kaya Samuelson brought her in. The 0-1, that's down and away. For Southeast of Saline, the first time through the order, 3 hits. A Kaya Samuelson double, an Annabelle Soul single, and a Hannah Teal single. The 1-1, up and in, and the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Like I said, control has not really been an issue for Elise Griffin this year. 111 strikeouts, only 30 walks. Opponent hit 263 off of her. That's pretty modest for a high school pitcher. 2-1 up the middle. It should be routine, and they will get the speedy Heinrich down the line. So another inning, this time Southeast scoreless on the board. We go to the third. SES leads it 2-0. Coverage today is presented by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Southeast of Saline. Tyler Henry alongside you. Coverage today presented by Dr. Andrew Westbrook, sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. He is proud to support Southeast Athletics and wants to say, go Trojans. Elise Griffin, Brenlyn Richmond, and Carmen Carson to lead off the third. Boy, Heston has had so many opportunities in this game. They've had 6 base runners already. This one missing up and away. The count will start at 1-0. Griffin reached on a walk back in the third inning. She made it as far as second base before that inning came to a close. This one misses high. And the count goes to 2-0. Good attendance here. Heston fans, no surprise, have helped Southeast pack this place out. Good day for some regional softball. A little bit chilly, but you don't mind that all that much. This one in there for a called strike, and the count goes to 2-1. In case you're just joining us, if you weren't with us earlier, Wichita Trinity defeated Conway Springs 7-4. They await the winner in the regional championship game. This ball, flare shot, fouled off down the right side, and the count evens at 2-2. Elise Griffin this year is batting a cool .500 on the year. 43 hits. Both of those marks lead the team. Zerflew, the 2-2. Breaking ball. Oh, my goodness. Elise Griffin bamboozled by that pitch. That was ridiculous. She watched it the whole way in. That thing defied physics. And it's the first strikeout of the inning to bring up Brenlyn Richmond. Richmond in her junior campaign, batting .375, slugging .521. I brought the number up before, but this is a very good power-hitting Lady Swathard team. Richmond popped out to first her first time up. It looked like Heston might have had a bit of a advantage early. They got the 2 runners on with nobody out. That ball is lifted up and foul, and the count goes to 1-1. But after that, a pop out, a single, and on that single, Annabelle Soul ripped a ball home to record another out. That ball's off the glove of Zerflu, but they still get the runner. Oh my goodness, Reese Heinrich recovers quickly enough to deliver a strike to first. I don't know if Richmond just not fleet of foot or if she was lollygagging down the line, but either way, that's going to go down as a 6-3. And southeast of Saline, 1 out away from getting themselves out of the third. Carmen Carson at the plate. She hit that single out to right her first time up. This time she'll swing over the top of the first pitch that she sees. Oh, and 1 pitch to Carson. That misses high, and the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Comparing these two teams, Southeast slugs .506, Heston slugs .532. Both teams very similar in terms of doubles, triples, and home runs on the year. Arguably the biggest difference lies in the speed numbers. That's no surprise. Heston has stolen 60 bases this year. Southeast has stolen 139. And as a lineup, Heston has struck out 151 times to Southeast's 65. Here it's another single. Boy, Carmen Carson has certainly started her day off on the right foot with 2 singles. And she will start a 2-out rally here as Emma Gudeman comes to the plate. And the courtesy runner, that's Dryden again, checking in to run for Carmen Carson. 2-0 lead for southeast of Saline. The Lady Trojans looking to get out of another inning unscathed here. Carly Zerflu, the arm that they are likely to ride the rest of the way this season through however many games they get to play. Of course, if they win this one, they play Wichita Trinity in the championship game for the right to go to state. If they get there, boy, you feel like there's a lot of stiff competition in Class 3A. The 1-0 hit on the ground. Heinrich picks it up. She'll go the short way, and that will end the inning. Southeast gets out of another inning with no damage done. We go to the home half of the third. SES up to bat when we return on the Salina Post Sports Network. Coverage today brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
Welcome back in as we go to the home half of inning number 3. And it will be Kaya Samuelson, Annabelle Soul, and Riley Donnelly to lead off the inning. Southeast got 2 runs very quickly. It was a Reese Heinrich hit by pitch. She stole 2 bases. Samuelson doubled, Annabelle Soul singled. And just like that, the Lady Trojans led 2-0. Just 3 batters into this game. Since then, both teams have been quiet. Kaya Samuelson looking to make some noise for the Lady Trojans. First pitch to her does miss here. Another inning of work for Elise Griffin, the 1-0 in the dirt. And the count to 2 balls and no strikes. The last time southeast of Saline went to state, it was 2 seasons ago. They lost to the eventual state champions in Frontenac. Matter of fact, Frontenac in their entire regional run through quarterfinals, semifinals, championship game, and then at state, quarterfinals, semifinals, championship game, 6 games. They gave up 1 run total. It was to southeast of Saline, and they won 2-1. Here a 3-0 count. Samuelson likely taking all the way. She'll take inside, but it's a called strike. And the count to 3-1. Stiff breeze blowing in from straightaway center field. That's going to challenge any hitter, right-handed or left-handed. Samuelson already 1 for 1 today. Watches, a called strike up and out. Samuelson looks down to Coach Smith and says, what was that? So 3-2 the count. Elise Griffin with a great chance to pick up the first out of the inning. This is a tough one. Samuelson this year batting .317. Here comes the payoff. And Samuelson hits a rocket to left. It is deep. It's going to 3-hop to the fence. Kaya Samuelson turns the corner. She is in at third with a stand-up triple. Kaya Samuelson says, okay, you don't want to call it for a walk. I'm going to go to third. And another potential insurance run 60 feet away as Annabelle Soul comes back to the plate. Soul has been incredible this year. She bats .373, slugs .424. She's already 1 for 1 with an RBI single in this game. Pitch to Soul, in for a called strike, and the count starts off here at 0-1. After Soul, it's Riley Donnelly, then Ashley Welchel. Every run counts. We've seen some craziness today here in Gypsum already. In the first game of the day, Wichita Trinity got up 4-0. They were looking good. They went into the fifth. Conway Springs came back and tied it 4-4. Trinity would go on to win 7-4, but we've seen, no lead really feels safe in a regional this loaded. We haven't even talked about the field. It's very good. This is very shallow. Hebert, not even going to have to make a play as Roth drifts out and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So Riley Donnelly, the lone senior on this squad, will stride to the dish and try to give her team another run here. A lot of different ways you can bring in a player as fast as Samuelson. Infielders playing in like they want to cut the runner down at the plate. This one is foul. No, is it fair? That's fair. Wow. They're going to call that a bunt single. Coach Roth is not happy about it. And Coach Roth is out and pointing and wow. I'm not going to lie, I thought that was a foul ball, but Southeast will take it. This is turning into a very long conversation. I don't typically see umpires entertain a chat from a coach quite like this, but hey, here's the thing. It's high school softball. You're not going to overturn it. The other thing that I will casually point out here is that the umpire who made the call is right on top of it. And Coach Roth is in the dugout. So, we know who had the better angle. What a weird game we've been treated to. They're going to call the umpires together. In all my days, I don't know that I have ever seen an umpiring crew actually overturn a call. It's pretty uncommon. Donnelly is still chilling out at first. You cannot place a bunt any better than that. If you're Carson, you'd think you'd pick it up regardless, just in case. If it's foul and you pick it up, they'll call it that. But yeah, that's okay, now they are going to call her back. So after all that, it's a foul ball. And Riley Donnelly is going to get another chance. I will remind you, we thought we had ball 4. Instead, it was called back. Kaya Samuelson answered that with a triple. We thought we had a bunt single. Riley Donnelly was called back. And now she's going to lay down a beauty down the third base line. And hey, guess what? It's a bunt single anyway. She's headed to second. And she is in safely. Riley Donnelly turns a bunt single into a 2-bagger. And Southeast has 2 runners in scoring position for Ashley Welchel. Lady Trojans capitalizing on some chaos here early in this game. Elise Griffin facing Welchel for the second time. All the infielders playing in. They're going to come home with it, and they're not going to have a chance. That's up the middle, and that's going to score 2. Samuelson in to score. Here comes Riley Donnelly, and the Lady Trojans double the lead. Ashley Welchel, a 2 RBI single. and it's 4-0 Southeast. Theta Durfee, a chance to keep this party going for SES. First pitch up and in. They will throw down to first, but yeah, not nearly in time to get Ashley Welchel. This has been a very hot and cold Heston team. They came flying out of the gates. They looked like they were going to be in the mix to potentially be a 1 seed here. They lost 2 games to Southeast, swept Kingman, swept Hillsboro, split with Halstead. Then they went on a 4-0 streak. They lost 2. They went on a 5-0 streak. As this one's in for a called strike. But down the stretch, back-to-back losses to Pratt, back-to-back losses to Haven, a split with Inman. This is a team that lost 5 of 6 coming into the postseason before they beat Council Grove in the quarterfinals. 2-1 on a line, but softly they try to go the short way, and they will succeed in getting Welchel at second base. So Durfee reaches on a fielder's choice, and it's Hannah Teal, who is 1 for 1 today, the next to grab a bat for the Lady Trojans. A friendly reminder, Southeast advances to the championship game. We'll have coverage of that one right here on this very stream link. You don't have to go anywhere to find it. It'll be here. First pitch missing up and out. Peyton Merrill in the on-deck circle, then Madeline McFadden if Southeast could find a way to get to her. (1-0). Also up and out, called a strike. They'll throw down to second. It is not in time. Theta Durfee adds another stolen base. Southeast keeping it aggressive on the base pass as they have all season long. Griffin brings home the 2-0. This one is skied up. It'll find its way back behind the tree line. You take a look at the regional assignments, and nobody here got done any favors. The 2 seed in the Regional 2 was Neodosha. They finished the year 16-6. That would have been good enough in this bracket to be the 9 seed. That ball lifted out to center should be easy work for Gudeman, and she will glove it to end the 3rd inning. But Southeast of Saline doubles their lead. They take a 4-0 advantage into the 4th. We'll have it for you when we return. You're watching Regional High School Softball. It's brought to you today by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at Southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions.
This ball popped up a mile high by Briley Yoder. It's an awkward play, but it's one that's made by Teal. And that is the first out of the inning recorded by Southeast of Saline. It's a 4-0 SES lead as we go into the 4th. Wichita Trinity awaits the winner. We were talking a little bit about this bracket and how good it is. And, I mean, you look at the assignments, it's pretty brutal for anybody here. The Regional 4 did have Southwestern Heights, Colby, Scott Community, and Cimarron. But beyond that, you look at this regional bracket, and it's a who's who of teams that you would honestly expect to make a run and potentially win at state. Several of these teams are going to have to stay home. That's the crazy part. This pitch is in for a strike to Madeline Hebert. She reached on the, let's call it, interesting drop third strike back in the 2nd inning. Here she will ground one to the dugout, and the count goes to 0-2. Hebert, then Sophia Rojas. That's the order for Heston as we go here to the visitors' fourth. Southeast working at a good pace. Carly Zerflew brings home the 0-2, missed it high. And the count to 1-2 strikes. We're hoping the rain stays away. There are scattered showers in our area, but like I said, weather willing, we should be able to get through these. Zerflew falls down again, but she falls right where she needs to be to field this. It's got to be uncomfortable for her knowing that on any given pitch, she could lose her footing and fall down. And I got to continue to question what the stride mat's even doing out there. It's not been a part of any other game that we have seen this season here in Gypsum. Either way, Rojas at the dish cuts over, or I should say cuts under the first pitch. Starts the count at 0-1. Heston's had a base runner in every inning of this game so far. They have stranded runners in bunches, including 4 in scoring position. First 2 pitches cut on and missed. Count goes to 0-2. Rojas today is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. On the season, Rojas bats just 111. She's looking for the 3rd hit of her year, and it will not be here as she strikes out. It's the 5th K of the day for Carly Zerflew. We'll step away. Southeast back up to bat when we return. Coverage of this game presented by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Women's Clinic.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Welcome back in as we go to the home half of the 4th. It'll be Peyton Merrill, Madeline McFadden, and Reese Heinrich to lead off the inning for Southeast of Saline. They lead 4-0. We're halfway home in this game as we enter the home half of the 4th. State baseball and softball will be played next week. We know that the state quarterfinals will be played on Monday and Tuesday. We don't know where yet. There are 4 possible sites that could host, including Salina South right down the road. So that'll be something to keep an eye on, depending on who makes it out of this brutal regional. That one misses upstairs. Griffin let that slip a touch. Elise Griffin, in her senior year, has been great for this Heston team. She has an 11-6 record on the year, has not always gotten the run support that she might have liked, as this ball is grounded foul down the right line. And the count goes to 1-2. It's interesting, too. The host site does not get to choose whether they play in the 1st or 3rd game. 1-2 the count. Peyton Merrill trying to start the party for Southeast of Saline. That one shot to Yoder. Her throw to first is in time for the first out of the inning. So it's Madeline McFadden trying to get something started here with Reese Heinrich on deck. Went through McFadden's numbers earlier today. She has been exceptional this season. And who hasn't for Southeast of Saline? That pitch outside and a bit low. The count starts off at 1-0. Heston trying to sort it out on the offensive end. First, they need to get the bats back up. Hey, it's a great stab by Nelson. That is a great play as Nelson got the jump she needed to stab it for the out. That is a big L4, and it turns it back to the top of the order, and Reese Heinrich. Heinrich today is 0 for 1. She did reach on a hit by pitch and came in to score one of Southeast's 4 games. I think doing all this softball has fried my brain. Heinrich came in to score one of Southeast's 4 runs. How's that? The 0-1. Smashed, but again, right to Nelson. And Nelson will record the out. It's a quick 3-up, 3-down inning And it takes us to inning number 5. A coverage of this game brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Welcome back in here to Gypsum, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside you. Southeast of Saline went in order, so Heston gets a quick 1-2-3 inning, and they get a chance to bring the bats back up. They will have the 9-1 and 2-hole hitters to lead off the inning. It'll be Jenna Nelson, Wendy Roth, and Elise Griffin to start off the 5th here for the Lady Swathers. Heston is one of those teams that on the right day you feel like they can beat anybody, and on the wrong day there are a lot of teams that they can ultimately lose to. Southeast has been more of kind of a steady drumbeat throughout the course of the year. You know what you're getting every time you play the Lady Trojans. It's just hard to beat them nonetheless. Boy, Nelson tries to bunt at a pitch that probably crossed the middle of the opposite batter's box. Count goes to 0-2. Pitch to Nelson, cuts over the top. And Carly Zerflew is starting to heat it up in the circle. That is 6 strikeouts now for her. 6 strikeouts in 5 innings on a day when you don't even feel like you can physically find your footing. This is the Carly Zerflew experience. Wendy Roth at the plate for the third time today. Another left-handed bat here for Heston. First pitch in there for a called strike. I do wonder if that stride mat may mysteriously disappear in between games. The 0-1 misses high. Wonder if that thing might end up at the bottom of the lake somewhere with a cinder block tied to it, the way it's giving Southeast trouble today. 1-1 the count to Wendy Roth, hit by a pitch and grounded out today. Here comes that 1-1 offering. It will be picked up by Hannah Teal, and she will tag the bag for out number 2. So it falls to Elise Griffin to try to get something rolling for the Heston Lady Swathers. Went through Griffin's numbers earlier today. She has been great. And she has the power bat. She's got 5 of the 7 home runs this season for this Heston team. Digs in from the right side. So far today, a walk and a strikeout at the hands of Zerflew, the 1-0. This is high again. First couple pitches slipping a touch. Zerflew back in the circle, ready to go. Here comes the 2-0. That's in there for a strike. Since finding her footing on the mat, Zerflew has not really gotten behind the hitters all that much to speak of. 2-1 on the ground again to Teal, and Teal will take it herself. It's back-to-back 3 up, 3 down innings. We go to the home half of the 5th. Southeast of Saline up 4-0. Coverage of today's game brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene, taking care of you so you can take care of others.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Southeast of Saline. It'll be Kaya Samuelson, Annabelle Soul, and Riley Donnelly to lead off the inning. Another frame here facing off against Elise Griffin. Southeast of Saline cruising along. They have Heston down to their final 6 outs, but I'm sure they would love to get some additional run support here and maybe even wrap it up a touch early. Easier said than done against a very good Heston team. Heston came in with a plus 100 run differential on the year. Southeast is at plus 188. The difference is that SES has pitched 8 shutouts this year to just 4 on the Heston side. Pitching has proved to be the difference in this game. First pitch to Kaya Samuelson misses low for ball 1. Samuelson today an RBI double, a triple, and 2 runs scored. She has been excellent here in this semifinal. 1-0 offering on the way, raked down the line. That thing is going to die in front of Hebert. Samuelson turns the corner. She will think better of it. And she is now a home run away from the cycle on the day, for what it's worth. I've never seen anyone get one out of this place, but hey, you never know. So a leadoff single for Kaya Samuelson brings Annabelle Soul to the plate for the 3rd time today. Soul had an RBI single that brought Samuelson in back in the 1st. She will square to bunt, pulls it back. It's a fastball inside. Good throw down to second, but a bit outside the catch radius of Roth. And gives Samuelson a stolen base. 27th steal of the season for Samuelson. Soul trying to bring her in, at the very least trying to move her around. Here comes the 1-0. Soul squares to bunt, gets it down. It's another beauty. It dies on the line, and everyone's safe. Southeast of Saline, one of the most lethal bunting teams in Class 3A, and no one's paying attention, and Soul's going to go ahead and take second. Throw coming to third, not nearly in time. How many times have we seen that, too? A dead ball, not a dead ball when Southeast is around. And if you get caught lollygagging, that's an extra base. And once again, here comes Ryan Roth to chat with the home plate umpire, and I think he's trying to argue that it was a dead ball, but at that point, you got to get it back to the pitcher. Okay. Well, Ryan Roth has been referred to a different umpire. He will chat with him instead. In the meantime, we'll remind you fans, don't forget to check out our Salina Post Facebook page and at S-Post Sports on X, all postseason long, for video highlights from around our area, proudly presented by Billings Group. And want to remind you, this presentation is brought to you in part by Kansas Bankers Technologies and Technical Consulting, your partners in secure banking technologies and seamless IT solutions. For about the 4th time today, Coach Roth is going to walk back to the dugout dissatisfied with the answer he has received from the umpiring crew. But as we have no instant replay, we have no challenge system here at the high school level, and Riley Donnelly will grab a bat. Donnelly laid down a beauty of a bunt. This time she will send it back to the backstop, and the count starts at 0-1. Donnelly, remember, was the one that laid down the bunt that was initially ruled a bunt single. Then it was ruled a foul ball, and she came back and laid down an even better bunt and then got to second on said bunt. Donnelly today 1 for 2. She also popped out to the shortstop. 0-1. This one drifting over. The catch is made, and boy, that's going to get by, and here comes Kaya Samuelson. That's a tricky play all around because Carson started running down the line as if she was going to have to make the catch. Carson was not called upon, but she was off the plate, and that made the throw from Richmond awkward. And all of a sudden, it's a 5-0 Southeast lead as Kaya Samuelson is in, and Annabelle Soul is up to third. This is what Southeast does. They just find ways to manufacture runs. Ashley Welchel hits one well to center. Gudeman back on it, makes the catch, but it's an easy tag, and jogging home is Annabelle Soul. Southeast with 2 more runs. It's a 6-0 Lady Trojan lead. That is the 3rd RBI of the day for Ashley Welchel. This one on an SF8. And it's Veda Durfee looking to extend the inning here for Southeast. First pitch to Durfee, a ball at the knees. On the other side, Southeast looking for 6 more outs. They'll have a chance to get 3 of them in the top of the 6th. 1-0 the count. Durfee digs in. Pitch coming home. That one catches the Nope, does not quite catch the bottom of the zone. The count is 2-0. To Durfee in there for a strike. Now the count should be, 2-1. Sorry, 1-2. Durfee stands in. Griffin will bring it home. That one hit softly to third, picked up by Yoder, throw to first in time, and that will end the 5th inning of play. But not before Southeast gets 2 more runs across. They lead it 6-0 as we go to the 6th inning. Lady Trojans on top. Coverage today presented by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
Love is in the air and bridal season is here. At Vernon Jewelers, we've been helping couples celebrate life's most meaningful moments for over 140 years. From stunning engagement rings to timeless wedding bands, every piece is crafted to tell your unique story. Whether you're planning the perfect proposal or preparing for a big day, our experienced team is here to guide you every step of the way. Vernon Jewelers, downtown Salina, serving you for over 140 years because we're not old, just really good at what we do.
Walking back in on the campus of Southeast of Saline High School, Tyler Henry alongside you, Brian Dennett producing and engineering, and sun's starting to set a bit here on the Heston season as they have struggled to get runs in. They had some big opportunities early. They got the first 2 runners aboard with nobody out in the top of the first. They got the first 2 runners aboard with nobody out in the top of the second. Southeast of Saline has made 2 excellent plays at the plate to keep a pair of runs off the board. And now it falls to the heart of the order, and this might be their final at bat if they can't string some things together. Brenlin Richmond, Carmen Carson, and Emma Gudeman to lead it off here in the 6th. That ball struck well to center. Coming in on it is Samuelson, and she will glove it for out number 1. Carmen Carson, whose bat has been red hot today. She's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Is the next up here for the Lady Swathers, trying to get herself aboard a 3rd time. She does have 2 hits. She's not reached any further than first base today. This one first pitch in the dirt, and the count to 1-0. Carson this season batting .296, slugging .494. She's got one of those 7 home runs for Heston. 1-0 slipped out of the hands of Zerflu. Pats the letters as if to say my bad, and the count is 2-0. Seen some crazy things already across the state, including a game in this very regional. Minneapolis, who we thought might be here today, as this one's in for a called strike. They got down 8-0. They came back and made it an 8-7 game. Then they got down by another 5, came back, made it a 2-run game. They ultimately lost 15-10 at the hands of Conway Springs, who just lost to Wichita Trinity. And that Wichita Trinity team awaits the winner of this one. In the championship game, the loser's season is over. The winner goes on to the 3A state tournament. Southeast of Saline looking for a return trip. The 2-2. Big swing and a miss. Zerflu pulls the string, and it's her 7th strikeout of the game. Heston down to their last 4 outs. Emma Gudeman the next up to bat, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out today. Gudeman digs in. Here comes the first pitch. That one is up there, but a called strike at the letters. In case you're joining us a little bit late, we will have coverage of that championship game if Southeast of Saline advances. And you don't have to go anywhere else. No other links, nothing else to worry about. It will be right here on this very link on YouTube or on the Salina Post. Either way, keep it here. We'll have about a 25-minute break and then coverage of that game if SES advances past Heston. Called strike here brings the count to 2-1 on Emma Gudeman. Pitch up and away, and a count to 3-1. Riley Yoder is in the on-deck circle here for Heston. 3-1 offering. That one misses high. Zerflu comes up limping a little bit. That stride mat is continuing to give her trouble. Gudeman reaches on a walk. It's the first base runner that Heston has had since all the way back in the third inning. Right now, I hate to say it, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. The stride mat has been the MVP for Heston. It has led to a hit by pitch, 2 walks, and a drop third strike. That is more than half of the total base runners today for the Lady Swathers. It's a great Heston team, but it's been that kind of day. Here it's a swing and a miss. The runner goes. There will not be a throw, and that's a good heads-up play as Gudeman will take the base. Donnelly not trying to do too much. And for just the 4th time today, a runner is in scoring position here for Heston. Pitch misses high, count to 2-1. Like I said, Southeast just needs 4 more outs. They'll have the bottom third of their lineup coming to bat on the other side. Here comes the 2-1. That's fouled away, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's been a busy, busy week of high school baseball and softball. We've seen 2 of our area teams punch tickets to state. Everyone else, aside from SES, has been eliminated already. 2-2 from Zerflu. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string again, and Briley Yoder cannot find it. So we go to the home half of inning number 6. Southeast up to bat. When we come back, coverage today presented by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie, where we can get you a flush in a rush. How can we help you flush today?
Oh, it smells like something died out by my septic tank. It's bad.
Oh no, I know that smell you're talking about. Cole!
I smelt it from here.
Flush! The freakishly fast frog!
I'll follow the funk. It's not a dead animal, sir. It's your septic tank venting gases. Oof. She's full, real full.
That's the smell.
I've got to get back and tell Callie. Callie, he needs a pump out, quick.
Already got a pump truck rolling.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
We guarantee to inspect your septic issues within 24 hours.
Or you get a free septic tank pump out worth $399.
Lily Pad Septic.com.
We'll be there in a splash.
Welcome back in as we go to the home half of the 6th. This ball popped up into the triangle out in center, and it is caught by Nelson for a quick first out of the inning. So 1 down here. That was Hannah Teal who popped it out. Peyton Merrill the next up here for Southeast of Saline. And honestly, for SES, the way this game's gone, you really, yeah, you'd love some more runs, sure, but not the worst thing in the world to get your pitching back out there and try to wrap this thing up. You've got a 6-run lead. That might be the way things are trending as Nelson flips to Richmond, and that is 2 gone here in the 6th. Madeline McFadden, 0 for 2, a ground out and a line out. 2 up next here for Southeast of Saline. They scored 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the third, and 2 runs in the 5th. First pitch from Griffin in there for a called strike. So it is trending towards what I mentioned earlier, and that is a championship game between Southeast of Saline, the 1 seed, and Wichita Trinity, the 4 seed. As this one misses inside in the dirt. That game is coming your way right here at this very same stream link in about 25 minutes. I should say 25 minutes after the conclusion of this game. Now one hit on the ground, and the count rolls here 2-1-2 on McFadden. For Heston on the other side, it'll be the bottom third of the lineup. Madeline Hebert, Sophia Rojas, and Jenna Nelson to lead things off in the 7th. They will represent the final hopes for this team, and we'll see them very soon. A swing, a miss, and a strikeout. Just the first on the day, if I'm not mistaken, for Elise Griffin, and that is going to end the 6th inning. Southeast hunting 3 more outs to wrap this game up. When we come back, you are watching regional softball action. It's brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
As I mentioned, Madeline Hebert, Sophia Rojas, and Jenna Nelson represent the final hopes for the Heston Lady Swathers. Southeast of Saline, needing 3 outs to advance through the semifinals and reach the regional championship game for, if memory serves, the 6th straight season. Southeast consistently finds their way through. They have been a softball powerhouse. Not enough people talk about it either. This is a Lady Trojan team that's been to state 4 times in the last 8 years. That includes 2 years back when they lost to the eventual state champions in Frontenac. Next pitch to Hebert, swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. Carly Zerflew has battled the elements, she has battled Heston, and she has battled the stride mat in the circle. 0-2 pitch, fouled away. Dangerous area over there, got to keep your head on a swivel. And the count stays at 0-2. It appears we're going to have a pinch hitter as A.J. Reif will bat for Sophia Rojas next. First, it's a ball that's lifted out down the line, and that gets down. It is a single. That is the first hit for Heston since the third inning. And it brings up A.J. Reif with nobody out. First pitch to Reif, in there for a called strike. A.J. Reif, a sophomore. This is an interesting call. A.J. Reif is looking for the 2nd hit of her season. 0-1 is called the ball, and the count goes even at 1-1. Reif is batting .053 this year. She has walked once. She has struck out 9 times. She does not have a stolen base. And she swings very flat-footed here as the count goes to 1-2. Carly Zerflew looking to record the first out of the 7th. 1-2. Low and inside. Count goes even 2 apiece. We'll do our best to let you know about the other games happening in the bracket and who else might be headed to state from Class 3A. First, it's a 2-2. It is hit softly. Hannah Teal comes in and makes the catch for out number 1. Jenna Nelson will keep her spot in the lineup. Nelson standing in now. A lot of 3A schools, a lot of 3A brackets opting to go now as Nelson hacks at a pitch outside. That's been happening a lot too. We've seen Jenna Nelson specifically chase several pitches well outside the zone. And that one a little bit closer, but the same result. Jefferson West has advanced to the 3A state tournament. They are 21-6. In that same bracket, Silver Lake, yeah, no surprise. They seem to be a perennial appearer as that's a strikeout looking. And Southeast is 1 out away from advancing to the regional championship game. It'll come against the leadoff hitter here in Wendy Roth. Roth, an exceptional hitter, has had a bit of a tough day today. She's 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a hit by pitch. First pitch in there for a called strike. Carly Zerflew looking for one more good pitch to wrap up this semifinal. The 0-1 struck well to center, but Samuelson drifts over, can't make the catch. It is a single for Wendy Roth. That's 2 aboard here for Heston. And Elise Griffin, today's starting pitcher, with an opportunity to pick things up for her team. So far today, Elise Griffin reached on a walk, struck out, and grounded out in the 5th inning. Heston down to their final out. First pitch from Zerflew, and she slips on the mat again. I'm only continuing to bring it up to illustrate how often it's happening. It is a problem of sorts. 0-1 is the count. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball, called a ball. That'll miss just low. Mentioned Silver Lake advanced to state. They are 25-4 this year. Zerflew with a 1-1 count to Elise Griffin. Pitch on the way. Chopped down the line and tagging the bag for the win is Ashley Welchel. Southeast of Saline will advance to the regional final. We'll have broadcast coverage for you here in just about 30 minutes. They will play Wichita Trinity for a ticket to the 3A state tournament. That when we return, but first we'll step away. We'll have coverage of the Commercial Tire Center post-game report. That is next. Coverage of this regional presented by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hardworking diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
New Image Audio is offering ceramic tint. If you're sending your child off to school or your wife on a road trip, ceramic tint offers heat rejection up to 90%, privacy in a college town or in the city, helps keep the wear down on the AC system, making your car easier to cool down. Never worry about your kid locking their keys in their car. With Drone Mobile, you can unlock their car from anywhere. Vehicle breakdown in an unknown area, GPS locating helps roadside service find your loved one quickly with the ability to send the vehicle location directly to the rescue squad. New Image Audio, located at 340 South Broadway. Phone calls welcome.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Back here in Gypsum, it's the Commercial Tire Center post-game report. Southeast of Saline picks up the win. They advance to the regional championship game, 6-0 the final here in this one, as we pick up action here in the Commercial Tire Center post-game show. Good win for SES. They took care of business. That's kind of how it felt. Very business-like for Southeast here in this game. Final numbers from this one look like this. SES scored 6 runs on 8 hits, committed no errors, and stranded 3 runners on base. Heston scored no runs on 4 hits, committed 1 error, and left 7 on base. The win goes to Carly Zerflew. She is now 15-0 on the year. The loss goes to Elise Griffin, who is now 11-7. This game took 1 hour and 20 minutes to complete. Our Vernon Jewelers gem of the game, you can always cheat and give it to Carly Zerflew, and she was great. 7 innings, gave up no runs on 4 hits, walked 2, hit 1, and struck out 9. But today, we're going to go Kaya Samuelson. She was 3 for 3. A single, a double, a triple, an RBI, and 3 runs scored. A perfect day at the plate. And for that, Kaya Samuelson is our Vernon Jewelers gem of the game. We are going to take a break. We will step away, but hey, we'll be back in about 25 minutes with the regional championship game between Southeast of Saline and Wichita Trinity. The winner goes to state, the loser goes home. You won't want to miss it. It's brought to you right here by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic. Welcome back in just in time for the regional championship game between Southeast of Saline and Wichita Trinity. This is going to be a good one. It's what you all came to see. The winner goes to state. The loser will see their season come to a close. And the first pitch is away. It is a called strike ripped in by Carly Zerflew. Let's meet the starting lineup for the Wichita Trinity Lady Knights, who come into this contest at 24-4, fresh off a victory earlier today over the CSA Reds. Alexia Nelson, the shortstop, will lead it off. She is followed in the order by starting catcher Madison Cross, third baseman Julianne Deutsch, first baseman Dominique Schellinger, and starting pitcher Liberty Lewis. In the sixth hole, it's center fielder Olivia Johnson, then second baseman Olivia Velasquez Wallace, as another off-speed pitch will miss away here to make the count 1-2. DP Addison Whitehead and left fielder Carson Beatty brings up the rear of the lineup today. Viceni Wilmeth will be the right fielder. She is the flex, her bat not in the lineup today. 1-2 from Carly Zerflew. That one misses low, and the count evens up here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I will say, in between games, that stride mat not removed. It is still out there, and we did learn its purpose. It's to preserve the turf underneath. 2-2 pitch is slipped up and away, but it's been giving Carly Zerflew some trouble today, and that's saying something. It takes a lot to give Carly Zerflew trouble, period. But that stride mat has led to her pulling pitches just a little bit. She's slid off of it a couple of times. She's been tripped up by it a couple of times. Her payoff pitch to the leadoff batter smashed back towards the dugout. Everybody all right. Let's go ahead and introduce Carly Zerflew to you. She's making the 16th appearance of her season. She's now tossed 87 innings. She has a sub-1 ERA at 0.26. She also has a sub-1 whip at 0.56, although she walks Alexia Nelson, the leadoff hitter, and that will put the first runner aboard here for Wichita Trinity. For Carly Zerflew, 122 strikeouts on the year compared to now just 21 walks. Alexia Nelson, the 21st recipient of a free pass this year. Opponents on average hit 125 off her. Good throw down to second, not quite in time to get the speedy Alexia Nelson. And that will put a runner in scoring position as the wind continues to howl in from straightaway center. Coverage of today's regional here in Gypsum, presented by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic. 0-1, hit hard out to right field. That gets down. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. Annabelle Soul picks it up. 1 run comes in to score. They are going to go ahead and wave the runner. Here comes the throw to the plate. Not in time. It's an inside the park home run for Madison Cross. And it's a 2-0 lead for Wichita Trinity. A dream start for the Lady Knights. Well, you knew it wasn't going to be easy for either one of these teams, but boy, what a start for Trinity. Madison Cross sent that ball deep. And Julianne Deutsch is the next to grab a bat here for the Lady Knights, trying to get themselves to the state tournament in Class 3A. Zerflew brings this inside, and the count evens at 1-1. These two teams each trying to get back to state. Both have spent plenty of time there. For Southeast of Saline, their last trip came 2 years ago. They fell to Frontenac in the opening round. They've got their work cut out for them already. Still nobody out in the inning. Julianne Deutsch at the plate, trying to restart the party here for Wichita Trinity. 4 tickets have already been punched to the state tournament. Teams that'll be at the 3A state tournament include 25-4 Silver Lake, 21-6 Colby, 21-6 Jefferson West, and how about 15-12 Lakin? Barely 500. That one hit on a line out to left field. It gets down in front of McFadden, and it's a walk and 2 hits to start the day here for the Wichita Trinity Lady Knights. Let's take you around the horn defensively for southeast of Saline. Riley Donnelly gets the start behind the dish. It's Hannah Teal over at first, Veda Durfee at second, Reese Heinrich at short, and Ashley Welchel at third. In left field, Madeline McFadden, Kaya Samuelson in center, Annabelle Soul out in right. Squaring to bunt, fouling this one back behind the backstop is Dominique Schellinger. Schellinger, the cleanup hitter for this Wichita Trinity team. I would love to give you some stats on Trinity. Unfortunately, they keep that locked under lock and key behind Game Changers security settings. But we know they're very good at softball, and they have already proven that here early on. Wichita Trinity this season, 24-4. They have a plus 178 run differential. 243 runs scored on the year. They do have a handful of losses, but when you look at who they lost to, it starts to make sense. As Zerflu rips in a strike, and that's the first strikeout of the day to bring up pitcher Liberty Lewis. Losses this year for Wichita Trinity have come to Buhler, a 4A school, Manhattan, a 6A school, 2 losses to Bishop Carroll, and a loss to Clearwater. More 4A schools in the mix. Liberty Lewis swings at the first pitch that she sees. It was an interesting game, to say the least, in the semifinal between the CSA Reds, that's Conway Springs, and this Wichita Trinity team. Ultimately, it was a 4-4 tie late, but Trinity able to break the deadlock with aggressive base running of their own. This is a team that we know has good power. They're very fast, and Liberty Lewis is excellent in the circle. So this should be a fun pitcher's duel between herself and Carly Zerflu, so long as that stride mat does not continue giving her trouble. This one inside, runner dancing off the bag, and they're going to throw down to second. That's well, no, it came out of the glove. So a stolen base for Julianne Deutsch. I'm not sure if that was the best idea in the world, but it will pay dividends. And the count goes to 2-1. Liberty Lewis trying to keep things rolling here for the Lady Knights. First pitch in the dirt. Runner thought about it. Good block there by Donnelly. Everybody stays put here for Trinity. So right now you've got games that are live in progress. Everybody should wrap things up today. This one in the dirt. It's another walk issued here to Liberty Lewis. She will take her base. So a walk, a 2-run inside the park home run, a single, a strikeout, and a walk. It's put runners at first and second now for Olivia Johnson. Haven playing Halstead right now. The winner of that game will take on Osage City. It's likely going to be Haven. They came in 24-2 to bracket play. So those teams are all in play for spots in this year's 2A state or 3A state tournament. You've also got Frontenac battling West Franklin, and Baxter Springs taking on Osawatomie, and that got Olivia Johnson. So the bases are loaded, only one out. And the curious day continues for Carly Zerflu, who just does not seem to be herself. And I will say, Zerflu does not look to be 100%. Even when she's had her footing on this stride mat, she is missing some velocity off of her fastball, and it seems like there's just something not 100% right today, but got to find a way to battle through it if Southeast is going to find their way to the state tournament. That is their ultimate goal. 0-1 the count. Isabel Velasquez-Wallace digs in now, the 7-hole hitter. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. It's a chance for Wichita Trinity to bust this game open. You don't get many opportunities like this against a team as good as Southeast, but bases loaded, only one out. Trinity looking to make it hurt. Another swing and a miss. That is strike 3. Velasquez-Wallace is down on strikes. So the 2 outs in this inning are both strikeouts, and it falls to Addison Whitehead. I mean, you're talking about the difference here between what could be disaster for Southeast or a sigh of relief. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Trinity does have the 2 runs across. They have done damage. They have capitalized. But if you're the Lady Knights and you come out of this inning with only 2 runs, that doesn't feel like a win. The 0-1. Off speed, and boy, there you see Zerflu pulls the string. And the off speed, I will say, that has been working today for Carly Zerflu. She has had hitters way out in front. Whitehead has seen it now. She's the DP today. Here comes the 0-2. I don't know the intention of that pitch. Donnelly was standing up the whole way, trying to get her to chase well upstairs. Count to 1-2. Pitch from Zerflu. Called ball at the knees. I got to say, doing a lot of high school softball, we have gotten to know some of the umpires from around the area. For what it's worth, I like this guy. 2-2 the count. Zerflu brings it home. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Carly Zerflu is going to strand the bases loaded. Wichita Trinity does bring in 2 on a Madison Cross inside the park home run, but they get no more than that. And it's a 2-0 ball game as we go to the home half of the second. Coverage of this regional presented by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
You never want to give up runs early in a regional game. However, it feels like a small miracle that Southeast of Saline was able to get out of the inning with just the 2 runs given up as Wichita Trinity leaves them loaded. And now Southeast with a chance to get themselves on the board. Like I said, no stats available, at least not publicly, for Wichita Trinity. So I can't tell you how good Liberty Lewis is, but she's good. We do know that. Talked to several parents and several fans around the area. Also talked a little bit with Coach Smith. And this is a solid arm for this team, the kind of pitcher that you feel like can go out and win you a state championship. Matter of fact, a lot of people have looked at this bracket and said that the team that comes out of this, whether it was Southeast, whether it was Wichita Trinity, I mean, whoever it is, was going to have the inside tracking away at state. And that could very well ring true. It's a shame that one of these teams has to end their season here. Southeast is hoping that it can be the team in green instead of them. Reese Heinrich to lead it off for Southeast. Liberty Lewis takes to the circle. Her first pitch, a ton of heat. My goodness. Velocity has been the name of the game for Liberty Lewis. Reese Heinrich, the shortstop, to lead it off. She'll be followed by center fielder Kaya Samuelson, then right fielder Annabelle Soul. Catcher Riley Donnelly in the cleanup spot today. Batting fifth, it's third baseman Ashley Welchel, then second baseman Veda Durfee, first baseman Hannah Teal, DP Peyton Merrill, and left fielder Madeline McFadden. That ball hit well, but well up in the air. It's off the glove of Johnson. Turning for second is Reese Heinrich. The two ran into each other, and honestly, I'm not even going to give that an error as it had a chance to fall between them. Reese Heinrich, a leadoff double. And Southeast of Saline will bring Kaya Samuelson to the plate. That is kind of the thing. Velocity in equals velocity out. And for all the gas that Liberty Lewis can throw, if you catch up to one, you're going to take it for a ride. Squaring to bunt, pulling it back, and taking strike one. The other thing that'll be interesting with how hard Lewis throws, does that impact Southeast of Saline's stolen base philosophy? Samuelson showed bunt the first time around. She took the first pitch for a ball. She digs back in, trying to move the runner over. 1-0. That one is knocked down. It's awkwardly off the glove of Deutsch. The throw to first. They're going to say in time. Boy, that was awfully close over at first base, but Kaya Samuelson does what she needs to do. The sacrifice bunt will get Heinrich up to third, and here comes Annabelle Soul. Soul standing in, batting from the right side. Liberty Lewis, the right-handed, brings it home. That ball smashed, foul down the line. Trinity is in the all-green jerseys, white numerals across the back, white pants for southeast of Saline. It's the white jerseys, white pants with the purple numerals, no trim for SES. Liberty Lewis out in front, 0-1, brings it home. It's tipped back into the mitt for strike 2. And for Lewis, it might be a little bit cold out here, but the guns are still out. Lewis has got the sleeves tucked in. She did the same thing during an even colder Game 1 against Conway Springs. 0-2, swing and a miss. She got Soul. Throw back down the line, not in time. First strikeout of the game for Liberty Lewis, and it falls to Riley Donnelly to try to bring in the game's first run. Probably done close to 20 high school softball games this year. I have not seen a pitcher throw as hard as what Liberty Lewis does all year. This ball hit to Velasquez Wallace. Her throw to first is in time, and that will end the first inning of play. We will step away. When we come back to inning number 2 we go. Southeast trails at 2-0. Coverage of today's regional brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook, sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hardworking diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Welcome back in here to Gibson, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside you. Fans, don't forget to check out our Salina Post Facebook page and at SPost Sports on X after the game and around the postseason to see video highlights from all around the area, proudly presented by Billings Group. As we go to the second, it's 9-1-2 for Wichita Trinity. Carson Beatty, Alexia Nelson, and Madison Cross, who hit that inside the park home run, trying to ambush bunt is Carson Beatty, but she cannot get the barrel on it. And the count starts at 1-2. Our new image audio keys to the game. It really all feels like it's going to revolve around the two pitchers. And for Southeast, they're going to have to find a way to contend with the raw speed of Liberty Lewis. She is a hard-throwing righty. Meanwhile, for Zerflu, just got to settle in and find her rhythm again. Here comes the 1-1. Big swing and a miss, short arm swing for Carson Beatty. And the count to 1-2. This is at the end of a long week of high school regional baseball and softball action. The 1-2 pitch looked good. They'll call it a ball at the knees. For Southeast, this is their 25th game of the season. It is game number 29. On the other side for Wichita Trinity. Trinity now on a 4-game winning streak. Swing and a miss, strike 3. All 4 outs recorded today have been Carly Zerflu's strikeouts. For what that's worth, that'll bring up Alexia Nelson for the second time today. Nelson reached on that walk. She came in to score on the inside the park home run, smashed by Madison Cross. Zerflu back in the circle, brings it home, and it's fouled back to the screen here. So the count starts off at 0-1. Southeast's defense has not been called upon to make a play yet. 4 strikeouts for the first 4 outs of the day. Zerflu brings home the 0-1 off speed. That one misses low, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Similar teams, Southeast with a plus 194 run differential, Trinity a plus 175. As drifting in to make the catch is Annabelle Soul, and it's quickly 2 down here in the second. You wonder, too, if Southeast might back the outfield up a little bit after Madison Cross cranked one out to right field. You do see Soul playing a little bit deeper and a little bit closer to the line against the power hitting lefty. Madison Cross in the box. Sun coming out just a little bit. An off-speed pitch. It'll miss on the outer half. And the count starts off at 1-0. Zerflu has a deep enough bag that even if the fastball's not there, she's got options. Her 1-0 offering. Drop ball that doesn't drop quite enough. And the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Trinity has played in a lot of tough games, but again, you look at their schedule and they have played some of the best teams in the state, including a 6A game. You don't see many 3A schools intentionally jump up and schedule a 6A, but that's what Trinity did, and they won one of those 2 games against Manhattan earlier this year. 3-0 in the zone for a called strike, and the count goes to 3-1 here on Madison Cross. Cross trying to restart the party here for Wichita Trinity after that big first inning. It could have been bigger. Here she takes it the other way. That one's going to drop in the gap. Cross will turn the corner. It is a 2-out single, and Madison Cross is 2 for 2 to start the day. That brings up Julianne Deutsch. Deutsch is also 1 for 1 with a single today. The 3-hole hitter stole a base and got as far as third, and I was just about to say that inning could have been a lot bigger, but Southeast stranded, the bases loaded. That one, a jam shot into the mitt of Heinrich, and that will close out the top of the second. To the home half we go. Southeast still trails 2-0. You're watching regional championship game action. It's brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
New Image Audio is offering ceramic tint. If you're sending your child off to school or your wife on a road trip, ceramic tint offers heat rejection up to 90%, privacy in a college town or in the city, helps keep the wear down on the AC system, making your car easier to cool down. Never worry about your kid locking their keys in their car. With Drone Mobile, you can unlock their car from anywhere. Vehicle breakdown in an unknown area, GPS locating helps roadside service find your loved one quickly with the ability to send the vehicle location directly to the rescue squad. New Image Audio, located at 340 South Broadway. Phone calls welcome.
Salina Surgical Hospital is a high-quality surgical facility with a comfortable and home-like atmosphere. Together with our community's greatest doctors, we are committed to a patient care model where exceptional satisfaction is the norm and every patient feels like they are treated with respect, dignity, and compassion. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local community-involved physicians. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure with us. Salina Surgical Hospital. Your voice, your choice.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Southeast of Saline High School. Tyler Henry alongside you. Brian Dennett producing and engineering for us today. And Liberty Lewis back out for another inning of work after really taking care of business. She gave up that leadoff double to Reese Heinrich, but following that, a sacrifice bunt, a strikeout, and a quick ground out to get her team out of the inning. So it'll be Ashley Welchel, Veda Durfee, and Hannah Teal to lead off the inning here for the Lady Trojans. Don't think I went around the horn. Let's do that now for Wichita Trinity. It'll be Cross behind the plate, Schellinger over at first, Velasquez Wallace at second, Nelson at third, and Nelson at short and Deutsch at third. Beatty is your left fielder, Johnson in center, and Wilmeth out in right. Welchel digs in. Next pitch. That one a called strike on the outer half. This is a Southeast of Saline team that is still very young. Their only senior really on the roster as far as impact players go is Riley Donnelly. As the 1-1 misses outside here to Welchel. Both of these teams fully capable of winning a state title in Class 3A. Hot shot down the right field line. That is down, and it's a knock for Welchel to start off the inning. Southeast of Saline with a leadoff hit in each of the first 2 frames. It's a good start for the Lady Trojans, and it brings up Veda Durfee with nobody out. Durfee, a freshman, batting .426, slugging .556. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. We've not seen the arm of Cross just yet, but like I said, it's going to be tough to steal bases when you've got Liberty Lewis out there cranking the heat. 1-0 pitch. It's in there, and the count evens at 1-1. We saw Southeast play some small ball in the first inning. Kaya Samuelson bunted Heinrich over, and then she advanced to third. Here taking it for a ball in the count to 2-1 on Veda Durfee. Durfee has shown exceptional patience in her freshman campaign. The corner's playing in, fully expecting the bunt. And Durfee tried to lay it down. Would have been better served to let that one go. The count to 2-2. And Durfee will have to swing away. Liberty Lewis, one strikeout already. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And there you see Durfee did a good job to hang with it and keep herself alive with a 2-2 count. Still early in this game, but you feel like opportunities are going to be limited for these two sides. Here comes the 2-2. Durfee leaves it inside, and the count rings full. Nobody gone. 3-2. Durfee at the plate. Payoff pitch. That one ripped into left field, still carrying. It is going to roll all the way to the fence. Southeast of Saline waves one run in. Durfee, she's going to turn the corner to tie the game. Durfee slides. Safe. Inside the park home run for inside the park home run. And Veda Durfee has tied the game at 2. Unbelievable. I can't believe they waived her. Tyler Smith initially gave the hold-up signal as the first pitch is a swing and a miss to Hannah Teal, but it was misplayed by Nelson. Not by much. Nelson delivered a good strike to the plate, but the gamble pays off. This ball struck well. That one still carrying, although this time Beatty is able to look up and make the catch. And that is out number 1. What did I say? Velocity in, velocity out. This is not a power-hitting SES team by any means. However, when you're seeing pitching coming in at this speed and you barrel it up, it's going to go somewhere. One gone for Peyton Merrill. And it's a good thing Beatty took a step back, too, because if not, Hannah Teal might have been looking at extra bases there. Merrill in the box. Here comes the 0-1 from Liberty Lewis. It misses high, and you feel like both pitchers have already settled in a little bit. I love that call by Tyler Smith. I mean, is it the right call if you're trying to play the odds? No. Is it the right call when you trust your girls? Absolutely. And for that, this game is tied. Peyton Merrill will take the 2-1 inside. The count to 3 balls and 1 strike. Merrill this year batting .235, 8 hits on the season. No extra base hits, but she has managed to help Southeast in her own way from the 8-hole. She will swing through this, and the count goes 2-3-2. Liberty Lewis, the kind of pitcher that you feel like just smells the blood in the water sometimes. She is going to go for the kill here on 3-2. It's a swing and a miss. It's the second strikeout of the day for Liberty Lewis, and it turns things to the 9-hole hitter in Madeline McFadden. I'm still not over that 2-run inside the park home run for Veda Durfee. Like I said, you never, ever see somebody send the runner in a situation like that. McFadden at the plate. Here comes the pitch. It is in there for a called strike, and the count begins at 0-1. Southeast given new life. 0-1 to McFadden. She will take a cut, comes up empty, and the count goes to 0-2. Top of the lineup is looming. Heinrich in the on-deck circle. She will lead off the third as back-to-back strikeouts for Liberty Lewis close out the second inning, but not before a 2-run inside the Parker for Veda Durfee. Put Southeast on the board. It's a 2-2 ball game. We'll step away. We've got more action when we return. Brought to you today by Andrew Drew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
Right back to business as we pick up the third inning of action. Want to remind you this presentation is brought to you in part by Kansas Bankers Technologies and Technical Consulting, your partners in secure banking technologies and seamless IT solutions. 2-2 is our score. It's been two two-run inside the park home runs. That is the entirety of the offense today for both sides. Heart of the order due up for Wichita Trinity, Dominique Schellinger, Liberty Lewis, and Olivia Johnson. First time through the order, 5 runners reached, 2 walks, a hit batter, a single, and a home run. Second time through the lineup, 1 for 3 with a single. Off speed, just clips the plate. Just disgusting for Carly Zerflew. I mean, there's no velocity on it. You step out and you can smash that pitch, but it starts in the batter's box and works its way across to the outer half of the plate. What are you going to do with that? The 0-2. That one little upstairs. The sun has come out. It's actually warmed up a little bit from earlier in the day. We're now looking about 63, 64 degrees. The wind's still blowing in from center field. The 1-2. That one is down and away, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4 spots in the 3A state tournament have already been decided. Still waiting to see who the other 4 teams going to state will be. The 2-2. Big swing and a miss. Dominique Schellinger is down on strikes. 5 strikeouts today. Good start for Carly Zerflew after getting touched up by the first couple of batters, and she will now face Liberty Lewis. And these pitchers' duels are always fun, right? Because Lewis knows what's going through the head of a pitcher like Zerflew. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Zerflew is a good batter in her own right, but I like what Southeast has done with her. They let her focus exclusively on pitching. They know they've got enough bats to work without her. 0-1 lifted up and out, and the count goes to 0-2. Zerflew way out ahead of yet another hitter. We were worried briefly earlier today about the possibility of rain. We've managed to stay out of that, at least for now. Hopefully that holds up. 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, 6 strikeouts for Carly Zerflew. What, you think Carly Zerflew's fired up about this game? She has really picked it up. It was a rough start. You had to wonder if she was even going to be okay. And now she is back to her normal self, and she's got Olivia Johnson swinging out of her cleats. Zerflew is as dominant as anyone else in the state of Kansas. Her numbers have been ridiculous this year. Her 0-1 is in for a called strike, and Olivia Johnson going to have to shorten up on the bat a little bit here with an 0-2 count. Johnson was hit by a pitch in the first. Here comes the 0-2. Boy, Johnson thought about it, even though it was above her helmet, but she'll leave it there. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Steve Cross is the head coach for Wichita Trinity. He is assisted by Hope Eckley. 1-2, weakly hit up the middle. Boy, that was not the contact that Olivia Johnson was hoping to make, but any way to get on base is the best way, and Johnson will reach to turn it over to Isabel Velasquez-Wallace. Velasquez-Wallace 0 for 1 in this game, a strikeout swinging. That came back in the first. Zerflew's first pitch misses high. Leaving it there is Isabel Velasquez-Wallace. These two teams as dominant as any. Like I said, do you think both of them are capable of getting to and winning a state title? Swing and a miss, throw down to second, not nearly in time. Man, Olivia Johnson can run. been the case for several of these players for Trinity. I mean, Southeast and Trinity both run the bases exceptionally well. We've already seen that. Here comes the 1-1. That one chopped back to the pitcher. Zerflu stabs it, flips to first, and that's the end of the third inning. Southeast of Saline will be up for the home half of the third. Sorry, on the other side of the break. We'll step away for now. Top of the lineup, due up for the Lady Trojans. Coverage of today's regional brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook, Maury Clinic.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Back at the ballpark as we pick up the action here, and we go to the home half of inning number 3. It'll be the top of the lineup to start it off for Southeast of Saline. Reese Heinrich, Kaya Samuelson, and Annabelle Soul. This feels like a state tournament matchup, and that's because, by all rights, it probably should be. We talked about the unbalanced nature of some of the brackets, and that allowed a team like Lakin at 15-12 to advance to the state tournament. You had Colby at 21-6, Jefferson West at 21-6. These two teams, one of them is unfortunately going to be sent home today. The count goes to 0-2 on Reese Heinrich. Southeast comes in 23-1. Wichita Trinity 24-4. This one tipped back into the mitt. That's a big out recorded by Wichita Trinity, and it's the 4th strikeout and the 3rd in a row for Liberty Lewis. Both pitchers really settling into a groove here. And we may be in for a pitcher's duel despite the early fireworks. Kaya Samuelson is 0 for 1 to start this day, but to be fair, that was also a sac bunt, and she nearly legged it out over at first. Samuelson earlier today in the semifinal game went 3 for 3 with a single, a double, and a triple. Here she'll take another ball. This one misses high, and the count goes to 2-0. Kaya Samuelson and Reese Heinrich have been a dynamic duo at the top of the lineup, and they're both only sophomores. This one zipped in for a called strike, and the count goes to 2-1. Lewis is not the kind of pitcher that you can wait out, but I will say she's not overly aggressive in attacking the zone. She does like to toy with her food a little bit. 2-1 to Kaya Samuelson. A breaking ball. It's bounced into the mitt of Deutsch, and her throw to first is in time for out number 2. Southeast got the leadoff runner aboard in the first, got her to third. They got the leadoff runner aboard in the second. She came in to score on the 2-run home run for Veda Durfee. 2 outs quickly here, though, and Annabelle Soul steps to the plate, trying to start a 2-out rally. The first pitch, a fastball that'll miss inside for ball 1. Trying to keep an eye on the other brackets across regional play as Soul shoots it foul down the line. Do have another team that has just clinched a spot at state. The Frontenac Lady Raiders will be headed back to the 3A state tournament. Feels like Frontenac is there every year. And at 21-4 as of right now, they are the team to beat record-wise. They're the 1 seed. And you know what? For good measure, let's add another team to the pool. Baxter Springs at 17-10 is now in the 3A state tournament. Here it's a swing and a miss. It's another strikeout. Annabelle Soul down on strikes. We'll step away. We've got 4th inning action. When we return, you are watching regional softball here in Class 3A. It's brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Sun coming out here in Gypsum as this game certainly starting to heat things up. Let's talk a little bit more about the teams that are headed to state. Baxter Springs at 17-10. They kicked the crap out of Osawatomie 19-6. They eliminate. Well, it was a crazy bracket to begin with. As really quickly, let's reset the scene here. Another inning of work here for Carly Zerflew as we go to the fourth. It's a 2-2 ball game, and it's the 8, 9, and 1-hole hitters, Addison Whitehead, Carson Beatty, and Alexia Nelson to lead off the inning. So Neodosha, the 2 seed, they had the inside track. Jayhawk Lynn, the 15 seed, eliminated them. Baxter Springs takes down Jayhawk Lynn, and then they take down Osawatomie as another swing and a miss, another strikeout. That's 7 on the day for Carly Zerflew as Carson Beatty comes to bat. On the bottom of the bracket, the 3-seed Galena got upset by Riverton in the first round. Osawatomie was the 11 seed. That means there was a game between the 11 seed and the 7 seed for a ticket to state. Baxter Springs ultimately wins out there. Frontenac, yeah, they were the 1 seed, and they looked like it. They beat Anderson County 25-2. They beat Iola 11-0. They beat West Franklin 18-8. That is how the Lady Raiders got themselves to the state tournament. You also had Lakin, who got there as the 9 seed, as this one is popped up. Southwestern Heights was the 1 seed. They beat Plainville and then lost to Lakin, who went on to beat Cimarron, the 4 seed. Cimarron previously had defeated Ellsworth. So that was a 4 versus 9 matchup. And those are the 2 lowest teams at state seeding-wise, as Carson Beatty grounds out to Veda Durfee, and that's 2 gone for Alexia Nelson. Silver Lake, I misspoke earlier. Silver Lake is actually the projected 1 seed now. They were the 2 seed in their own bracket. They defeated Holton, Perry Lecompton, and Hiawatha, but all of those games were closer than you might expect. In the first round against 6 and 18 Holton, they won just 6-0. Then they beat Perry Lecompton, the 7 seed, 6-0. They beat Hiawatha 12-2. And the final team with a ticket to state is the aforementioned Jefferson West. Jefferson West was the 5 seed. They beat Sabetha. Then they upset Oskaloosa. And then they took down Nemaha Central in another case of the 1 seed not even making it to the regional final. Riverside was the 1 seed. They lost to Nemaha Central. That's who Jefferson West eliminated. 0-2 outside. So all that to say this, the other brackets have been chaos. I mean, you've had 3 of the 4 1 seeds fail to even make it to the championship game. And then there's this bracket, as this one misses high and outside, that has 6 of the best teams in the state. And across the board, from top to bottom, the only team to get upset was Minneapolis, the 5 seed. Everything else saw the chalk hold. 2-2. High for ball 3. Still trying to see if we can't get an update, but there is no score yet between Haven and Halstead. The winner of that game plays Osage City for what will be the final ticket to state after this game wraps up. Payoff pitch, hit on a line, but Heinrich makes the over-the-shoulder catch, and it's another quick 1-2-3 inning. Southeast of Saline will be up to bat as we go to the home half of the 4th. We're halfway home in the regional final. Still a 2-2 tie between Southeast of Saline and Wichita Trinity. Back in just a bit. Coverage brought to you today by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene. Taking care of you so you can take care of others.
Love is in the air and bridal season is here. At Vernon Jewelers, we've been helping couples celebrate life's most meaningful moments for over 140 years. From stunning engagement rings to timeless wedding bands, every piece is crafted to tell your unique story. Whether you're planning the perfect proposal or preparing for a big day, our experienced team is here to guide you every step of the way. Vernon Jewelers, downtown Salina, serving you for over 140 years because we're not old, just really good at what we do.
Riley Donnelly, Ashley Welchel, and Veda Durfee to lead off the fourth for Southeast of Saline. The Lady Trojans got both of their runs so far on the two-run inside the park home run for Veda Durfee. And funny enough, it was the second two-run inside the park home run of this very game. Madison Cross hit one. That's where the two runs came from on the other side. This is shaping up to be a really interesting 3A state tournament. I know we ran you through the 6 teams who have already clinched spots, but just to tell you how volatile and weird things are, of the top-seeded teams, only 2 have actually made it to state. Keep in mind, you got 16 teams in each bracket. The teams at state, a 1 seed, a 2 seed, a 3 seed, a 5 seed, a 7 seed, and a 9 seed. This game, of course, is the 1-4 matchup. Southeast of Saline, the 1 seed. The 4 seed is Trinity. And how about this? Riley Donnelly reaches on a leadoff walk. That's the first free pass issued today by Liberty Lewis. No surprise there. She's been excellent all season long. You don't get many free passes given away by Lewis. Ashley Welchel, who singled in her first time up, will take the first pitch. It's a strike at the knees. So the 1 and the 4 in play here on the other side of the bracket. The 2 and the 3 are both in play. So no upsets. This is the only bracket with no major upsets. Swinging the ball, tipped back to the screen. Welchel. Oh, that thing gets wedged in the chain link. And someone's going to have to poke that down eventually. But for now, we will play on with 1 fewer softball. Southeast trying to move the runner. Veda Durfee in the on-deck circle. Riley Donnelly runs well, but you can't imagine Southeast being too aggressive. That ball hit on a line out to right center field. Donnelly turns the corner. They're going to go ahead and wave. No, now they will hold her up, and that is absolutely the right call. Boy, for a minute it looked like Tyler Smith was going to try to wave her in, but he does the right thing and holds her up. And it's runners at the corners. Southeast of Saline now has the go-ahead run 60 feet away. And Veda Durfee, who smashed a ball to the left field fence, is at the plate for Southeast of Saline. Liberty Lewis facing runners at the corners. Brings home the first pitch. The runner goes. It's an awkward play. Southeast brings the runner in. Here comes Donnelly, and the Lady Trojans lead. A chaotic sequence on a stolen base by Ashley Welchel. And the Lady Trojans take advantage. They lead it 3-2. Durfee still at the plate, a runner in scoring position. The funny thing about that throw, it was unnecessary because Welchel never even left the bag. She had both feet planted on third base. They threw down anyway, and it cost them a run. This one hit on the ground. The runner will advance. Throw back to third base is knocked down by the kneecap of Deutsch. And that's basically just a loud sacrifice bunt as Veda Durfee moves Ashley Welchel to third. Hannah Teal with a chance to bring in a crucial run. Southeast of Saline has their first lead of the day. One out here for Liberty Lewis and Wichita Trinity. Pitch on the way. That one is fouled off. So far this season, Hannah Teal in her sophomore year batting .333. She's got 19 hits, including 5 doubles and 12 RBI. Southeast has been a machine top to bottom in the order. Lewis delivers a nasty drop ball, and the count goes to 0-2. Lewis has the good off-speed stuff, too. She's one good pitch away from recording her 6th strikeout of the game. 0-2 outside, not by much. That was a good pitch by Lewis. I'm a little surprised Hannah Teal held up, but it's for the best as she gets the first ball in the count. Lewis from the circle kicks and deals the 1-2, swing and a miss. And that will be the 6th K of the day for Liberty Lewis. And it falls to Peyton Merrill to try to bring in one more run here for Southeast of Saline. First pitch to Merrill, hits it to the right side, but it's right to Velasquez Wallace, who throws to first, and that will conclude the 4th inning. But Southeast of Saline capitalizes on base path chaos. They take a 3-2 lead into the 5th. We've got it for you when we return. Coverage brought to you today by the good folks by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
Southeast of Saline takes their first lead of the game in the bottom of the 4th. Make no mistake, there's a lot of softball left to be played. You can't be counting anything right now. You certainly can't be counting outs. But for SES, they have secured their first advantage of the day, and it will be Madison Cross, Julianne Deutsch, and Dominique Schellinger to lead off the 5th inning here for Wichita Trinity. 3rd time through the lineup for Carly Zerflew. Ironically, the 2nd time through the order, much better than the first. First time through, she hit a batter, she walked 2, she gave up a single, and she gave up the 2-run inside the park home run. 2nd time through the order, just 2 singles, and that was it. Cross's bat has been an issue today. She is 2 for 2, a single and an inside the park home run. She's coming to score one of the 2 runs. She also has the only 2 RBI today for this Trinity team. 1-1 the count. Zerflew brings it home. This will miss upstairs. In case you're wondering where these 2 teams might fit into the puzzle that is the 3A state tournament, if it's Trinity, they'd be 25-4. They could be as high as the 2 seed. They could be as low as the 6 seed, depending on, well, again, depending on who else makes it. We're still waiting on one more result. The interesting thing about this, though, given who has made it, and importantly, given who has missed, if Southeast of Saline makes it to state, they would be the 1 seed next week. That ball bounced in the dirt. The count goes to 3-0. We've seen this a couple times today as well. Zerflew getting up early in the count and then falling behind. Madison Cross has worked it full. Here comes the payoff, and she will spoil it as the wind continues to howl in from straightaway center field. Air was pretty still when we got here. It was still through the first game. It picked up a little bit in the second game, and now it is a gale. But you feel like that almost helps Southeast more than it hurts them. Off speed, it is called. Strike 3. Madison Cross can't believe it, but she will head back to the dugout. And Carly Zerflew has her 8th strikeout of the day. Coach Cross arguing a bit with the home plate umpire, but hey, you're not going to overturn anything like that. There's no ABS at the high school level, at least not yet. And Julianne Deutsch comes to bat with 1 gone here in the 5th. Zerflew brings it home. That one shot foul down the right field line. And it looks like we were out of softball, so Peyton Merrill will bring him out here for the Lady Trojans. Wichita Trinity defeated Conway Springs 7-4. Southeast of Saline knocked off Heston 6-0. That's how these two teams got here. This ball lifted up. It is sinking into the Bermuda Triangle, and it's down for a hit. Julianne Deutsch with a single is aboard here with one out for Dominique Schellinger and the rest of the teeth of this order. Haven't mentioned the streak, but Southeast does carry a 20-game winning streak into this game. On the other side, Trinity on a 4-game winning streak. Trinity started the season unbelievably hot. This bunt back to Zerflu. She'll make the smart play and goes to first. Sacrifice bunt does move the potential game-tying run into scoring position, and it's Liberty Lewis with a chance to tie the game up herself here. But this Wichita Trinity team, they started the season 18-1. Lewis smacks the first pitch foul down the right field line. After that, it was the split with Manhattan. It was a sweep at the hands of Bishop Carroll. They also split a 2-game set with Clearwater. Liberty Lewis, today's starting pitcher on the other side, looking to get herself a run of support. Pitch misses high and outside, and the count evens here at 1-1. No lead feels safe against either of these teams, certainly not a one-run lead. Lewis has been excellent at the plate. This one into right field, but it hangs up. Soul makes the catch, and that will end the top of the 5th. Southeast of Saline strands yet another runner, and we go to the home half of the 5th. SES up 3-2. You're watching regional softball coverage. It is presented by Dr. Andrew Westbrook, Maury Clinic.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Southeast of Saline back up to bat. They will do so with a 1-run lead in the home half of the 5th. This has been the game we expected it to be, a heavyweight bout between two of the best teams in Class 3A. First pitch, called a strike to Madeline McFadden. It'll be McFadden, Reese Heinrich, and Kaya Samuelson to lead off the inning. Southeast playing here at home as they were the 1 seed and earned the right to host this regional. Back-to-back strikes to McFadden, who's already got 1 strikeout today. Came back in the 2nd inning. Here, McFadden trying to get her team a base runner, and it's called strike 3. McFadden watches it go by. That's strikeout number 7 for Liberty Lewis. And it turns the lineup card back to the top for Southeast of Saline as Reese Heinrich comes to bat. Heinrich led the game off with a double. She was stranded at 3rd. She struck out swinging back in the 3rd inning. Here she lays down a bunt trying to beat the throw from Liberty Lewis. It's a good throw, and it gets her. Reese Heinrich has electric speed, but if there's one player you trust to throw her out there, it's Lewis. And very quickly, it's 2 gone here for Kaya Samuelson. If you're Southeast, you want just a few more runs here. Try to pad out the lead a little bit. Samuelson will take a strike. Let me tell you a little story from earlier today. It was the quarterfinal game. Obviously, we weren't broadcasting it between Wichita Trinity and Conway Springs. Trinity got up 4-0. The game went to the 5th. Conway Springs came back. They tied it up 4-4. And the way the deadlock was broken was a near mirror image of what just happened for Southeast of Saline. It was a player on 3rd base. It was a ball that got away from the fielder by maybe 4 feet. Nothing dramatic. And Trinity sent the runner home, and she came in to score. 0-2 to Samuelson is fouled away. So both of these teams are capable of taking basically zero momentum and turning it into a run anytime they want. Southeast's runs have come on 2 lightning strikes in this game. 2-run inside the park home run, and then the frantic dash home for Riley Donnelly. 1-2 misses high. Actually, 0-2 misses high. Now it is 1-2. Samuelson at the plate. Lewis trying to get out of the inning. Off speed. Chop to Velasquez. Wallace, her throw to first is in time. And that's going to end the 5th inning. To the 6th we go. It's still a 3-2 lead for Southeast of Saline. They will have a chance to wrap up another clean inning when we come back. Coverage today presented by Dr. Andrew Westbrook, sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hardworking diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
New Image Audio is offering ceramic tint. If you're sending your child off to school or your wife on a road trip, ceramic tint offers heat rejection up to 90%, privacy in a college town or in the city, helps keep the wear down on the AC system, making your car easier to cool down. Never worry about your kid locking their keys in their car. With Drone Mobile, you can unlock their car from anywhere. Vehicle breakdown in an unknown area, GPS locating helps roadside service find your loved one quickly with the ability to send the vehicle location directly to the rescue squad. New Image Audio, located at 340 South Broadway. Phone calls welcome.
Olivia Johnson, Isabel Velasquez Wallace, and Addison Whitehead to lead off the 6th inning here for the Lady Knights of Wichita Trinity. They trail by just 1 run. We know how easily Trinity could make that up at any given point in time. Do have a score update to let you know about. Haven has defeated Halstead 11-4, and that sets up a championship game between the 2 seed in Haven and the 3 seed in Osage City. The winner of that game will take the final spot at the 3A state tournament, as the winner of this game will already be there by the time that game comes to its conclusion. Been a great day of high school softball here in Gypsum. And the weather's starting to cooperate a little bit too. Sun keeps peeking out from behind the clouds here and there. Wind still howling in. That's still going to hurt a team like Trinity that does like to hit for power. 1-2 the count to Johnson. She's reached base twice today. Not this time. It's a strikeout looking. That is strikeout number 9 on the day for Carly Zerflu. And she will face Isabel Velasquez Wallace. The top 2 bats in the lineup are guaranteed at least one more at bat. We will see Alexia Nelson and Madison Cross if nothing else. Swing and a miss. This one cut over the top. Zerflu with a drop ball that time, and it falls off a table. Velasquez Wallace today is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Here comes the 0-1. That one misses in the dirt for a ball, and the count goes even at 1-1. You want to try to pick up the outs here when you're facing the bottom of the lineup, too. You don't want to have to get too far into the heart of the order if you can avoid it. This misses low. And the count is 2-1. Southeast of Saline, for all the times they've been to the state tournament in Class 3A, they have never won it. This one fouled away, and the count is 2-2. Like I said, these are 2 blue bloods. Despite the lack of titles, these 2 have been around the block a time or 2. Each side trying to get to the 3A state tournament. 2-2 pitch, spoiled. And we will do it again. Mentioned that SES went 2 years back. Frontenac, by the way, they are the back-to-back defending champions. They've won state 3 of the last 4 years. This ball hit again into, well, nearly into that triangle, but Veda Durfee looks up and makes the catch. And that's 2 gone here. Wichita Trinity has also never won state in 3A. So two teams both looking to go do it for the first time ever. This ball fouled back to the screen by Addison Whitehead, who's been a little bit behind today on Carly Zerflew. Zerflew has struck her out twice, her third and seventh strikeouts of the day. 0-1 pitch, fouled away. Whitehead a little behind it again. And Zerflew finding her footing just a bit. On the other side, Southeast will have a chance to add some extra runs. Annabelle Soul, Riley Donnelly, and Ashley Welchel. 0-2, way upstairs, and Whitehead will leave it there. One of the easier takes that Whitehead will have today. 1-2. Here comes the pitch from Zerflew. She got her. 10 strikeouts for Carly Zerflew. And Southeast of Saline is 3 outs away from a return trip to the 3A state tournament. But first, it's SES looking to add some insurance. We'll step away. We'll have the bottom of the sixth for you when we come back. Coverage today brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
As we go to the bottom of the sixth, Southeast of Saline will send Annabelle Soul, Riley Donnelly, and Ashley Welchel to the plate. And that trio looking to add on to what is a one-run lead. This has been an incredibly tight game. And the two runners that came in to score, aggressive base running for Southeast of Saline, a hallmark of Lady Trojan softball, as Annabelle Soul cuts underneath the first pitch of the at-bat. Liberty Lewis has been great. Give her her due. She has allowed just 4 hits in this game. She has only walked 1. Matter of fact, considerably more runners have reached base in this game for Wichita Trinity than have for Southeast of Saline, but the Lady Trojans have made the most of their chances. 1-1, hit out to right field. It will sink into the glove of Wilmeth, and that's 1 away here in the sixth. So Riley Donnelly, who scored the decisive run, will stand in next. She reached on a walk. And by the way, that one walk that Lewis gave up, that is the difference on the scoreboard right now. That base runner is the only reason Southeast leads. Pitch on the way. That misses high and outside for ball 1. Donnelly today 0 for 1, a ground out, a walk, and a run scored. She came in on a mad dash as Welchel, who's in the on-deck circle, went to steal second. This one chopped to short. Nelson fires it to first. My goodness. I'm surprised that one didn't take Schellinger's hand off. And it's 2 down for Ashley Welchel, but Welchel stole second. They fired the throw to the pitcher, trying to bait Donnelly off the bag. Donnelly was on the base, and they threw down to third anyway, and that throw got away just far enough for her to find her way home. Southeast of Saline looking to add on here. Ashley Welchel has had a whale of a day. She's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. She came in to score on the Veda Durfee inside the park home run. This one misses inside. The count goes even. 1 ball and 1 strike. If they can get to her, it's Durfee, then Thiel. The 1-1. That's a called strike as it clips the outer half. On the other side for Wichita Trinity, it'll be 9-1-2. Carson Beatty, Alexia Nelson, and Madison Cross in a 1-run ball game. The 1-2. Chopped weakly. It's picked up. Lewis flips it to first, and that will do it for the sixth. Wichita Trinity going to have one last chance when we return. Southeast of Saline goes hunting for the final 3 outs of this game and a trip to the 3A state tournament. Buckle up. You're not going to want to miss it. Back in 60 seconds on the Salina Post Sports Network.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Regional softball championship game southeast of Saline is 3 outs away, but all Wichita Trinity needs to extend this is 1 run. It'll be Carson Beatty to lead it off. She swings at the first pitch she sees and comes up empty. Strike 1. It was a rough start to the day for Carly Zerflew. Make no mistake about it. She would tell you as well as anyone. She walked the leadoff hitter. She gave up a 2-run inside the park home run to Madison Cross. Then Julianne Deutsch singled, then a strikeout, then a walk, then a hit by pitch. The bases were loaded with 1 out. But she pitched out of it with back-to-back strikeouts, and since then she has settled in, and it's been a whole lot of that. Swing and miss from Carson Beatty. Beatty today is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. Zerflew brings it home. This one hit weakly, but it's caught by Durfee. 1 away. Now the top of the lineup will get one final say for Wichita Trinity, one of the best teams in the state of Kansas. They've got one of the best pitchers in the state of Kansas. They've outscored their opponents by 172 runs on the year. First pitch to Alexia Nelson. Oh, and she fouls it off her own ankle. That is a brutal play there. Nelson appears to be none the worse for wear. She'll shake it off. Alexia Nelson was the one who walked to start the game, stole second, and then came in to score on the Madison Cross inside the park home run. In addition to battling this lineup, Carly Zerflew has been fighting with the stride mat, although it seems like she's figured that out. It was really tough in the first game against Heston. It was tough early here against Trinity, but whatever it is, she's locked it down. The 0-1 pitch. That ball lifted up to center. Charging in is Samuelson, and the Lady Trojans are 1 out away. They will still have to face Madison Cross, arguably the best bat in this entire Trinity lineup. Cross is 2 for 3 today with a single and a home run, and the first pitch is in the dirt. Not allowing a base runner is huge, too. We've seen Trinity run the bases very aggressively today. You let anybody on, they're apt to get around in a hurry. This one misses in the dirt. The count goes to 1-1. No, 2-0. There we go. Now the scoreboard is fixed. Carly Zerflew brings home the 2-0 pitch. It's off speed. It's low, ball 3. Do you give Madison Cross the green light to swing away on 3-0 here? Zerflew brings it home. Yep, right down the pipe. Taking all the way was Madison Cross. No questions there. Carly Zerflew looks in for the sign. Here comes the 3-1. It's hit back to Zerflew. Flip to first in time. Southeast of Saline is headed back to the 3A state tournament. They take down Wichita Trinity 3-2. And the Lady Trojans likely going to be the 1 seed next week. We will step away. SES holds on, and a gem for Carly Zerflew. 10 strikeouts in a 1-run ball game. We will step away. When we come back, it's the Commercial Tire Center post-game report. That when we return, Southeast wins it 3-2 right here on the Salina Post Sports Network, brought to you today by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hard-working diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
Welcome back in the Commercial Tire Center post-game report. The southeast of Saline Lady Trojans are headed back to the state tournament after just 1 year away. They get it done with a 3-2 win over Wichita Trinity. That came on the heels of a 6-0 win over Heston. And here's the crazy thing. I'm looking at the field right now. There's only one more team left to be inducted, so to speak, into the state pool. Southeast of Saline is going to come into state at 24-1. And at 24-1, regardless of what happens in the other game, Southeast of Saline should be the 1 seed at state. So they're going to have the inside track. They will play either next Monday or next Tuesday. We'll have to wait and see which site they end up getting sent to. It will either be, well, we've got 4 options to choose from as Keisha has mixed up the format just a little bit for the softball tournament. But the quarterfinals will be in one of 4 locations. The game will either be at Salina South, it'll be at the Topeka and Vista Softball Complex, the Emporia Trustler Sports Complex, or at Baker University. But the Lady Trojans will be in one of those spots playing for a state title, what would be their first ever in program history. Let's take a look at some final numbers from this game, shall we? Southeast of Saline scores 3 runs on just 4 hits. They don't commit any errors. They strand just 2 runners on base. Wichita Trinity, 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They strand 6 runners on base. The win goes to Carly Zerflew. How about 16-0 for Carly Zerflew? Not bad for her. Liberty Lewis picks up the loss, an unfortunate one. She's one of the best pitchers in the entire state of Kansas. It is a shame that she will not be at state. Genuinely, I say that heartfelt. I mean, these 2 teams, in my opinion, and this is the only editorializing I'm going to do on this broadcast, had no business meeting in a regional championship game. You feel like both of these teams could go make a run at state. I think both of these teams are good enough to win state. But Southeast of Saline is the victor. They will advance, and it will be them with a chance to play for a state title next week. Your Vernon Jewelers gem of the game, it's Carly Zerflew. I mean, she came out. She was fighting with that stride mat the whole first game. She kept getting tripped up. She kept falling down. She was struggling in a number of ways. And then she came out and had a brutal start to this game. A walk, a home run, a single, a walk, and a hit by pitch to load the bases. But she pitched out of it, buckled down, and struck out 10. Here's your final line on Carly Zerflew today. 7 innings pitched, 5 hits given up, 2 runs total. She walked 2, she plunked a third, and she struck out 10. And for that, Carly Zerflew is our Vernon Jewelers gem of the game as Southeast of Saline gets the job done. They will head to the state tournament next week. Before we let you go, let's tell you about the other teams that will be at state. Southeast will be there. They will be 24-1. Like I said, they should be the 1 seed. Your 2 seed is shaping up to be Silver Lake at 25-4. You'll have Frontenac at 21-4, Colby at 21-6, Jefferson West at 21-6, and then the two surprise bids, Baxter Springs at 17-10, and Lakin at 15-12. And Southeast could very well play that Lakin team in the opening round. So keep it tuned to Keisha. Stay tuned there. Watch out for the brackets to be released. And we're going to do our best, Keisha willing, to cover Southeast of Saline's state run. So we hope to see you then. But one last time for today, I've been Tyler Henry. Brian Dennett producing and engineering Southeast of Saline. They get 2 wins to advance to state. 6-0 over Heston and 3-2 over Wichita Trinity. The Lady Trojans are going to state. We'll have it for you next week. That'll do it for us. You watch this game right here on Salina Post, brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic.
This has been a presentation of Eagle Media, Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, and Salina Post Sports. This has been your Game of the Week.